It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning, folks. And yes, Hot Air Tom, it's a challenge to see if I can make it through one show this week without screwing something up. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the 22nd day of July. And hopefully you guys can hear me. Sound button on. I don't know. Is the sound on? Please tell me it is. We have sound. Okay. We're past one problem. Now to see if I can keep it going here. I'm on a roll, folks. All right. Today, guys, of course, the main story this morning has to do with the pre-cruise testing changes that broke yesterday, actually, while we were on the air with the Cruise Amigos. Was when everything broke loose yesterday. We're going to talk about several things along those lines this morning. Today is National Hammock Day. No, not to go out and eat them, folks, to go outside and lay in one in the sun, in the shade, or someplace. Just go lay down in a hammock and relax. If you're on Virgin Voyages, you can go out on your balcony and get in the hammock and relax. We're going to talk about that this morning. Cruise ships sailing today from North American ports. Of course, we're getting around to the weekend, so it's busy. Up in Boston, you've got the Norwegian Pearl. Bayonne, you've got Oasis of the Seas. Baltimore, Enchantment of the Seas. Port Canaveral, the Disney Wish. Carnival, Liberty, and Independence of the Seas. Miami, the Scarlet Lady. Freedom of the Seas, Carnival, Conquest, and Norwegian Sky. Toronto has the Ocean Voyager sailing today. Galveston has Grandeur of the Seas. Los Angeles, Long Beach, Carnival Radiance. Los Angeles, San Pedro, Navigator of the Seas. Seattle has the Celebrity Solstice, Ovation of the Seas, and Oceania Regatta, all sailing today. Vancouver has Celebrity Millennium Cruise and land packages. It also has the Viking Orion and the MS Roald Amundsen cruises. Juneau has Seabourn Odyssey sailing today. Anchorage has the Radiance of the Seas cruise and the Radiance of the Seas land package, along with Grand Princess land packages up in Anchorage. And Fairbanks has land packages for the Grand Princess kicking off today. And obviously the main story today, Virgin is the first to stop pre-cruise testing from the U.S. P&O also chimed in yesterday with a voluntary testing program. Carnival Jubilee hits a milestone. Disney to Port Everglades, and NCL in Europe, and lots more here at 11 o'clock. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access it via my blog, accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from, TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News. And up pops the Fat Travel Guy. And as always, folks, if you want to hop over to the video feed, in the description of the podcast will be a link. So you can do that anytime you want to check out pictures or clips that I might have in that day's show. And of course, also, you can go check out the New York Times first person podcast episode. And what matters most is going on a cruise, which is now live on the New York Times first person. All right, I'll be back with today's news after a word from one of our network sponsors. And by now, everybody has heard about this, But Virgin Voyages was the first, at least from the U.S., made an announcement yesterday afternoon following the ending of the COVID-19 program for cruise ships from the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The cruise line would be ending its pre-cruise testing requirement for sailings from the U.S. as of July the 27th. This is the first cruise line to discontinue pre-cruise COVID-19 testing from a U.S. homeport. A number of cruise lines in Europe have already ended pre-cruise testing on selected voyages, and as long as you keep in line with the local protocols. Included in that list is Azamara, Norwegian cruise lines, and Viking cruise lines. So this move is not as stunning nor surprising over in Europe. It was a little more stunning here in the States because all indications were that everybody was going to roll for now with the policies and protocols as they work. Scarlet Lady is the ship that U.S. cruisers will now want to watch, as that vessel, the flagship of the Virgin Voyages fleet, is currently offering 4 and 5 night itineraries from Miami, Florida. And I'm sure the naysayers are going to watch it to make sure that there's not any big outbreaks because of no pre-cruise testing. And, if there is, I'm sure somebody's going to make a stink over it. The other thing that follows in line with that, pre-cruise testing has been required by all cruise lines since U.S. home ports started in July 21st. Now that the CDC guidelines are no longer mandatory, but only recommended, cruise lines can update their policies on an individual basis. They can also make changes if they want to the vaccination policy. Virgin also has adjusted their vaccination policy, which now requires that 90% of the passengers on board are vaccinated. Previously, it was 95%. 100% of the ship's crew has to be vaccinated. Now, some of the people in this space that talk about cruises all the time are saying that unvaccinated people can sail. No, that's not what it's saying. It's saying that 90% is the limit. They've upped the limit of unvaccinated people from 5% to 10%. Okay? It's not that everybody that's unvaccinated can get on a cruise. You still have to be approved to get on it. And they control the numbers. So the main difference is it makes on Virgin is Virgin has no kids. That was always an area that a lot of people fell into that 5% group were kids that weren't vaccinated. So at least the Virgin 90% protocol is a completely straightforward amount. If there are 2,000 people on a cruise, 90% of them must be vaccinated. Not 2,000 people can be unvaccinated and get on the cruise. And I wish the so-called experts on cruising would get that straight, for heaven's sakes. The other protocols are pretty much remaining the same as far as cleaning and sanitizing and improved air filtration, various contactless interactions to better promote social distancing. That all is going to stay the same. Of course, the other big benefit that Virgin has is there's no buffets. So you don't have people sharing utensils and the like. So that's more of the story about a Virgin. Yes, they've done away with the pre-cruise testing. They have increased the number of people that can sail without being vaccinated. as have several other lines. But the vaccinations are still required for 90% of the passengers. All right, P&O is doing it a little bit differently. Yesterday afternoon, they announced that it's voluntary. They have removed the need to provide proof of negative COVID-19 tests for all of its cruises. Instead, guests only need to confirm that they have performed a lateral flow test or an antigen test at home. The test will still need to be done within 2 days before embarking on the ship for all guests aged 5 and older. The test does not need to be medically supervised or proctored, as we call it. And P&O Cruises will accept over-the-counter COVID-19 lateral flow antigen tests as well. During the embarkation process, guests will be asked if they have indeed taken the test when they are filling out the pre-embarkation health questionnaire. So it's on an honor system with P&O. Several other cruise lines, the smaller cruise lines, are doing that as well. I suppose I'm okay with that. Although, you know, to a certain degree, we've got to be on the honor system. I mean, if you have symptoms and you don't feel well, you need to test and find out if you've got COVID, so you don't spread it. You don't cause major problems. If you don't have symptoms, then fine. But I hope that people will be honest with all of those things. So I worry a little bit about the honesty factor. All right, a little bit of information from Carnival. Carnival Cruise Line brought some Texas flair to Germany this morning as the company celebrated a significant milestone in Carnival Jubilee's construction, the keel laying ceremony. Carnival Cruise Line's third LNG-powered cruise ship will begin operations from Galveston, Texas in 2023. More than enough reason for Carnival President Christine Duffy to celebrate the ceremony in true Texas style. Sporting cowboy hat-shaped hard hats, Christine Duffy, Meyer Werft Managing Director Bernard Meyer, and Carnival Senior Vice President of New Builds Ben Clement brought some fun to the Meyer Werft shipyard in Papenburg, Germany. Carnival Cruise Line and Meyer Werft celebrated the keel-laying ceremony at the shipyard by placing coins under the massive 375-ton steel block, one of the first parts of the Carnival Jubilee to be put in place. While sister ships Mardi Gras was built and Carnival Celebration is being built at Meyer Turku shipyard in Finland, Carnival Jubilee, originally intended to sail for German cruise operator AIDA, is being constructed in Germany. Carnival Jubilee will be the Carnival's third ship to run on liquefied natural gas technology platform that nearly eliminates hazardous emissions compared to traditional maritime fuels. From Galveston, the ship will be sailing 7-day cruises to the Western Caribbean starting November the 18th, 2023, including voyages to Cozumel, Costa Maya in Mexico, and Mahogany Bay on Izarroatan in Honduras. So congratulations to Carnival on the Jubilee's milestone. Disney Cruise Line has announced a new fall cruises for 2023, and that's not the right picture. Huh. That certainly isn't. I had a picture of Mickey up there. That's not Mickey. Oh, well. All right. Disney has announced that they will have new fall cruises in 2023. The cruise line will be offering them from a new home port. Starting November 20th of 2023, Disney Cruise Line will sail from Port Everglades for the first time, with Disney Dream offering 4 and 5 night Western Caribbean and Bahamas voyages from the Eastern Florida cruise port. Destinations will include Grand Cayman, Cozumel, Nassau, and Disney's private island, Castaway Cay. All right, let's bring up the Norwegian ship again, since I missed out on my Disney picture. Norwegian Cruise Line marks the successful return of Norwegian Escape, the first ship of the brand's highly successful Breakaway Plus class, to Europe in 2015 when she completed her maiden voyage to the Eastern Mediterranean. Norwegian Escape is NCL's largest ship in Europe and the first Breakaway class ship to sail European waters for a full season. The vessel will home port in Civitavecchia, that's Rome, of course, offering sailings ranging from 7 to 11 nights. Each voyage offers unforgettable multi-country itineraries, such as the April 13th sailing that will give guests the opportunity to explore ports in Italy, Greece, Malta, and France, 4 sun-softened Mediterranean countries. Norwegian Prima, the newest member of NCL's fleet and the first of the revolutionary Prima class, will also make its debut in European waters this year. NCL's 8th ship for the 2022 European cruise season are the Dawn, Epic, Escape, Gem, Getaway, Jade, Star, and Prima. NCL offers passengers a wide range of itineraries this summer, from visiting the ancient ruins of the Greek islands, cruising the Norwegian fjords, to soaking up that good old Mediterranean sun. So, one other slight little sideline this morning. That, folks, happens to belong to an unknown person in Minnesota that is a pot farm. Now, folks, before somebody jumps all over me, that is not pot plants. That, however, is soybean plants that are looking pretty good there. Soybean crop was looking healthy. Now, if you look over in the background, those tall things over there in the background, that's the pot plants. Anyway, I'm a jest, of course. All right, let's go see if anybody's fussing at me in the chat room. And believe it or not, folks, I am now within minutes of making it through today's broadcast without screwing something up. Wow. Hot Air's with us. Sunny's with us. Yes, Sunny can hear me. Cindy's here. I can hear you. Thank you, Cindy. Mike's here for sound. Continue. Everybody's going to let me know that they can hear me today. Awesome. 30 days till we cruise with Chillie's Cruises. Yes, indeed. Hot Air, Tom. I was looking at, I had, I'm looking for bargains, and I came up with a great bargain. I don't remember if it was right before or right after. Just as I was getting ready to hit the button to book another cruise, I thought, oh crap, I'm flying on that one. And it was one of those flights I couldn't get out of without it costing me a bunch of money. So I couldn't book a cheap one on the front and back end. Oh well. Hot Air says Norwegian has added a new item to purchase. It's unlimited Starbucks for $12.95 a day per person. Both cruisers must pay, and a 20% gratuity added. So both couples, both people in the party. So that makes it $26 a day plus 20% is Another $5, so that you're $32 a day for Starbucks. I'm sorry. Just give me a cup of coffee. I don't go to Starbucks anyway, but that's me. On my honor, I swear I tested and I am okay. Cough, cough. I know, Sonny. I'm a little worried about that. Being honest. But Amy's here. Howdy, y'all. Hi, Amy. I think everybody agrees with Sonny on that one. Hot Air wants to know, where is Jason? We need his hammer. He's busy cruising today, midway between Bermuda and the Chesapeake Bay. Tom, that sounds awesome. Glad I have lots of NCL cruises booked. I've got Epic, Escape, Bliss, and Viva booked with NCL. Nice, Tim. Hot Air says we have Sky, Prima, Encore, Pride, Jade, Dawn, Pearl, and Joy booked this year and next. Of course, Hot Air is going to lead all comers in Norwegian bookings. Mike's with us. What about losing Mickey? Well, that wasn't really a screw up. That just the picture went away. I'm gonna go that I haven't screwed the show up. Now, if I blanked out again, Mike, I'd agree with that one, but not just losing a picture of Mickey Mouse. No, I'm on a roll here. Good morning to everybody from Nikki. Nikki, they went to a nice restaurant last night, a steak and seafood restaurant there in Jacksonville. I follow everything they eat, so I'll know where to say, hey, let's try this one next time I'm driving through Jacksonville. So always glad to see where they're going out to eat there in Jacksonville. Not going to be too long. I'm going to be driving back down there for something. I guarantee it. After I missed out on the one, since I'm flying to Hot Air Tom's cruise. So I was looking, I'm looking at one thing. Kenneth, Kenneth isn't with us today. I was going to ask Kenneth, make sure that they're on the September 24th Carnival Magic out of New York. That's one I was looking at. After Kenneth and Robin had suggested that one. That goes to Bermuda. So that's the end of September. I do have some dates open, folks. And since I'm feeling okay, I guess I got to wait till next Tuesday or whatever day it is that I got to go back to the oncologist. Yes, we're going to have one of those days that the show will not be live. And I can't remember what day it is. It's the 17th, I think, whatever day that is. But I'll announce that Monday. I guess I need to see the numbers first before I make any plans on expanding the empire, as it were. But at least for now, I certainly feel good enough to be going on cruises. So that's the truth. Oh, Hot Air Sam says, Mickey, laugh out loud. I was at the toaster and thought Chillie said Nikki. No, I was just talking about Nikki a minute ago. Hot Air. Cindy says Starbucks has hot chocolate, juices, and teas. I might try it on our Sky Cruise to check it out. Well, okay. You spend more money than I do, Hot Air. I'm tight. I admit it. Tighter than a tick. So, all right, that's going to wrap me up for today. I am going to mark this one down, folks, that I have made it start to finish without screwing anything up. So one show is in the books this week, if I can now get out without screwing something up on the way out. So that's it for now. You guys all have a fantastic weekend. I will see if anything comes up Saturday or Sunday in the way of breaking news. And if not, I will see everybody back here on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for travel and cruise industry news. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. This is the old fat travel guy. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.